he got the equivalent of that from the Russians. He's what has been referred to as one of our greatest generation. I've never seen him greet anyone with anything other than a smile and a handshake. Anyone. And to recognize him and what he's done, Congressman Hudson has taken the effort to do the following. But before we do that, Mr. Young, I'd like to invite your family up here, if y'all would. Without further ado, Congressman Hudson.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor to be here today. Thank you, Gene, for introducing me. Gene and I have been friends for I don't know how many years, 15 years or so, but he's a great American as well. But I'm honored to be here with you, Mr. Young. We're recognizing you for your service as a non-commissioned officer during World War II. Wendell is a true embodiment, as Gene said, of the greatest generation. He fought across Europe as part of the 2nd Cavalry Reconnaissance Squadron. That sounds to me like there's the guys out front in the real danger. I bet you got some stories. But he earned a host of awards and commendations, including 2 Silver Stars, quite a distinction. He answered the call on our nation in a time of need, and he truly sets an example for all Americans. As a World War II veteran, his story is one that needs to be cherished and shared so that we can all remember and learn from his example. I'll share just a few highlights. As a native of Rutherford County, Wendell deployed to the European theater in 1944, where he served under the legendary General Patton. He played a part in the Allied victory at the Battle of the Bulge and led an effort to liberate a POW camp that held American and Russian troops. And as I mentioned, he earned both of his Silver Stars by exemplifying tremendous personal courage and selflessness. In the citation for one of those 2 awards, he was acknowledged for, quote, his daring and heroism as an outstanding non-commissioned officer, end quote. Furthermore, as Gene mentioned, he was presented the Russian Medal of Courage, which is their equivalent of a Medal of Honor, making him one of only a few Americans to ever receive this honor. But his achievements didn't end after his service and career in the Army. Wendell returned home where he served for, he started a family and began a long career with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension. After 31 years, he retired. I understand you still work with the USDA and still involved in helping folks figure out the crop insurance.
They called me this
They called him this morning, so he hasn't stopped working. But to honor his incredible service both on the battlefield and here in his community, I went to the floor of the House of Representatives recently and gave a speech about Wendell Young, and that speech was entered into the Congressional record. So that means it's part of the permanent archives of the United States government. And I recognize him for his bravery and service, and it's now part of the history of this country. To Wendell and your sons, Wendell and Tim, who are here, and the rest of your family, we thank you. We're eternally grateful for your service. And as General Patton once says, wars may be fought with weapons, but they're won by men. It is the spirit of men who follow and of the man who leads that gains that victory. There's no doubt in my mind that you played a defining role in our victory, and your extraordinary character and humbleness and decorated service leave an incredible legacy for our community. So Wendell, I've got this certificate. If you and your family would come forward, this is a copy of the remarks that are in the Congressional record. And I want to present this to you on behalf of the community. Thank you for your service. You want to say a few words?
Well, they told a whole lot about me during the war, and I guess maybe I did all of it, but it was pretty tough. And Mr. Patton, he encouraged me to jump out there ahead of time. And I would just say, when I went in D-Day 6 after D-Day, and there was a bunch of tents set up, and they told my platoon to guard those tents. And I was wondering about why I should guard an old tent. Well, pretty soon during the Eisenhower came, Patton came, Omar Bradley came, so I found out what I was guarding. We did well, thank you. And I appreciate everything that people have done for me in South Sioux County. I mean, South Sioux County and also in Hope County. Thank you.